for the biggest protest ever.
It was a lot more than 7 million.
But did the organizers, in fact, get it right? I mean, is this
powers and Trump and his
powers do seem to be in front of us again today? Self-dealing to advantage your friends and family, right? That's the kind of thing that kings did and that the framers were really concerned about.
And who would Washington hang? WWWH.
Sending people to harass others when they interpreted the laws in ways that kings disagreed with. That's the kind of thing that the framers worried about and that the president seems to be doing.
And the harassment of all your ICE kidnappers.
Talking about the FTC and removal, firing people who had a different interpretation of what the law demanded of them and treating government not as a creature of law, but rather as an institution loyal to the person of the king. Well, that was precisely the kind of thing that the anti-royalist founders worried about. And even as they sought to create a stronger chief executive, they were crystal clear that it was not going to create a royal office. This is kind of a small point because we don't think about oaths of office anymore, but I do think it's pretty striking that the president of the United States
should think about oaths of office. Like the oath of office the military swore to defend our country against foreign and domestic threats. Trump's both.
To be loyal to the president, but to be loyal to the Constitution.
Trump's a traitor to the Constitution.
The No King slogan gets that part exactly right. The Supreme Court seems to be confusing the president's power over the government with the kind of power monarchs exercise over the government.
They're not confusing it. They want it because Putin wants them to want it.
Republic is that the president, like other officers of the United States, is nothing more than a creature of law.
Noah Rosenblum, thank you very much.
Brooke, it's truly been my pleasure.
I didn't realize Noah Rosenblum
is Associate Professor of Law at New York University, specializing in constitutional law.
Trump's not just a monarchist trying to be a king. He's a fascist.
Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Under our constitutional design, given the history of the monarchy and the concerns that the framers had about a president controlling everything, Congress's view that we should be able to have independence with respect to certain issues should take precedence.
Thanks, KBJ.
Coming up, Hollywood and Washington.
She's like the only one on the court standing up for America.
Mega studio acquisition.
This is On the Media.
I actually saw Kagan, Justice Kagan.
Supported by
she was promoting Obama. She came to the Golden Library and spoke to us.
With one of 35,000 therapists and can communicate.
I can't say I knew there was something wrong with her then, but I feel like she know there's something wrong with her now. If she's like the one, I don't know what they think they're doing, trying to hold some kind of Supreme Court
options to fit most any budget. More at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
I don't know, like my understanding is Ketanji Brown Jackson, Justice Jackson, has been, or Justice Brown Jackson, I don't know how they say her name, sorry, has been the one like using her voice, talking out against the other justices in ways that Kagan's not willing to do, even though Jackson is the junior justice. Hi, Carissa.
Thanks for keeping CPR.
They're just talking about the Supreme Court deciding something. Some more Trumpy bullshit. I already forgot what it was. They were recently talking about the Supreme Court letting Trump fire people that he has no hold over. I guess they're just talking about the Supreme Court giving Trump his kingship powers. I think we should look at all this stuff like a trap. Like the fact that the Supreme Court gave Trump kingship powers means they're traitors. The fact that the Supreme Court allowed Trump to cancel food stamp benefits and try to starve us all means they're traitors. Trump, of course, is a traitor for trying to starve us, and all his ICE kidnappers should be seen as people who fell for a trap. Are you willing to kidnap people for money? Okay, we caught you. It should be like a giant sting operation, like what the FBI used to do before they started just protecting groypers to kill Charlie Kirk.
Deal with Warner Brothers Discovery to buy the iconic TV and movie
Did Netflix buy it or Paramount buy it?
Streaming assets, including HBO. We should mention Warner Brothers Discovery is CNN's parent company.
Netflix announced the multi-billion-dollar deal this morning.
Did they buy it?
Weeks-long bidding process.
But then,
Paramount
right?
Skydance coming in with a hostile bid.
Fuck Paramount Skydance.
Making
Fuck,
an all-cash
who is it, Ellison?
$108 billion offer for the entire company.
They have
Paramount
$108
is
billion
offering
in
more than
cash.
$2 more per
Maybe just
share than
somebody
Netflix.
steal that.
To include CNN, TBS, and Warner Brothers networks that Netflix didn't want.
No matter who prevails here, a potentially monopolistic merger
It's
is
still
the
going
sort
on.
of thing that the Federal Trade Commission is supposed to oversee.
They've been talking about this
As
for
Slate's
days
Mark
too. It's not like there's
Stern
not all these
recently
genocides and
observed,
wars
the
going on. Y'all could be
Slaughter
reporting on, or
will,
Trump
in
destroying
fact,
our country.
Decide whether President Trump can pack the FTC with loyal commissioners to agree
Stopping him doing
that does
anything.
his bidding. And right now, that party appears to be Paramount Skydance, helmed
One of
by
these days,
David
Trump Putiners are going to be
Ellison,
scared.
son of donor
Scared of what they unleashed.
by Warner Brothers Broadcasting Unit, includes CNN. And as he made clear this week, the president
Be right
really wants
back.
someone to do something about his least favorite news
Fuck
channel.
BJT. Thanks. Fuck BJT. I saw that in the comments. Fuck BJT. I call him BJT now. Because of
When it
Bubba.
comes to persuading the president, it's been observed that the master dealmaker seems to side with whoever's supposed
ICE
to
could stop the
last,
kidnappers.
which might
Kidnapper in
explain
chief.
why Ellison and
You need to arrest the
Netflix
kidnapper.
Brandos
Talk for a second. I'll be right back.
FaceTime at the White House.
Precisely what they've told the president in these meetings.
Whatever they
Oliver
do to
Darcy
kowtow to
is a
Trump should come
reporter
back to bite
and
them.
author of the newsletter
Anything you do to
Status,
suck up to Trump
which
should get
covers
you
the
put in
media,
prison or
Hollywood,
deported.
and Silicon Valley. He's been tracking the potentially seismic consequences of a Warner Brothers sale.
What's interesting about this deal is CNN from a business aspect. If you look at the bottom line, CNN's not a major contributor, and it's actually considered one of the declining assets inside Warner Brothers Discovery's portfolio because on cable, people are cutting the cord. That's going the way of the dinosaur, right? Netflix doesn't even want to purchase them. It's not part of their deal. What's interesting, though, is CNN's playing an outsized role in this whole thing, and I think Donald Trump is going to bless whichever deal neuters CNN the most. Right now, it seems that would be with the Ellison family because they have signaled very openly that they are going to make changes to CNN should they win Warner Brothers Discovery's assets. It's not too hard to do the math on that, but you can just look at the changes they're making at CBS News since taking over. The first thing they did was appoint the anti-woke, anti-DEI founder of the Free Press, Barry Weiss, as its editor-in-chief. Now she's hosting town halls with Erica Kirk. So you can see where the future of that news organization is going. I suspect if David Ellison gets his hands on CNN, Barry Weiss will lead that news organization as well, and they will make some significant changes to appease Trump.
Earlier this week, the Wall Street Journal reported that recently David Ellison, quote, offered assurances to Trump administration officials that if he bought Warner Brothers, he'd make sweeping changes to CNN. This report cited, quote, people familiar with the matter. And late last month, The Guardian reported that Larry Ellison, David Ellison's father, one of the richest men in the world, in at least one phone call with White House connections, talked about, quote,
All right, back.
possibly axing some of the CNN hosts whom Trump is said to loathe, including Aaron Burnett and Breonna
Didn't they
Taylor.
fire?
We should also know.
Didn't they fire
that
Don
as
Lemon and he's
part
doing
of
much better
David
than he ever did
Ellison's
with
bid to take
CNN?
over Warner Brothers Discovery.
Saw him with
He
I
has
had a
gone
podcast
to
series.
the Middle East for financing. So, as part of this bid, the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Saudi Arabia,
Oh, of
Qatar,
course.
the UAE, they would own.
Of course, they're gonna
a
own
part
Trump.
of CNN, which would be also unprecedented and
They're
worrisome.
gonna own
given
Trump and his
that
fascist
the
media
Saudis,
networks.
just in the last few years, ordered the butchering of an American journalist.
And don't they
So not
own
exactly
Jared
a great
Kushner for
press freedom
$2
record.
billion?
The other part of this bid to take over CNN would be Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law.
Essentially,
And
Donald Trump's own
the fact that
son-in-law
Saudi Arabia gave him
is a
$2 billion.
financial backer of a potential
mentioning that.
merger that the president
NPR's covering for
is
him.
potentially on the hook
Nazi
to
Putin radio.
greenlight. How is that not in and of itself just a disqualifying conflict of interest?
Well, thanks for pointing that
A
out.
lot of this
Disqualifying
behavior has been
conflict
normalized
of
by
interest, but
this
who's
White
going to
House
disqualify
over the
them?
last decade.
Oh, they've
And
normalized
so
it.
It's just sort of accepted as this
No,
is
it's
the
not
way Donald Trump
accepted.
wields and deals.
You guys have
This
accepted
is
it
more back
We
to
don't accept
in a
it.
country like Russia, where
because
would suck up
America's
to
Russia too under
the
Trump.
person in power. This is not how business has normally been conducted under Republicans and Democrats in the United States.
60 Minutes recently aired an interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene, who discussed her decisions to resign from Congress and break up with the president.
After President Trump called me a traitor,
You
I
were
got
a traitor
a
already.
gun in my house, And
Oh,
then I got
a
several
pine bomb.
death threats.
Oh, direct
on
death
my
threats.
son. On your son.
On your
On my
son. Boo-hoo.
You
Maybe you
say
shouldn't have
the
installed a
president
terrorist
put fear in
network,
contagion.
you fucking
And
traitor.
that you blame him for the threats against your son. The subject line for the direct death threats on my son was his words.
But are you blaming Trump?
Marjorie
Or are
Trader
you
Green.
still standing up for him?
Those were death threats.
What a
directly
sucker.
fueled by
What a
President
traitor.
After that interview,
But did you blame
Trump
him?
then took to Truth Social to say they are no better than the old ownership who just paid me millions of dollars for fake reporting about your favorite president, me.
But are you going to say
Since
that's
they
a
bought
lie?
it, 60 Minutes
No,
has
you're not going
actually
to say
gotten
that.
worse. In that post, he's referring to CBS's decision to settle with the president after he sued the network over how 60 Minutes edited its interview with candidate Kamala Harris. The settlement, of course, came as CBS's parent company was looking for federal approval to merge with Paramount. But anyway, it's been a couple months since David Ellison and Barry Weiss took over CBS, and obviously the president would like more capitulation. So how would you evaluate the network's journalistic output as of late?
I think you've seen some.
We got a
worrisome
Nazi in
signs
comments.
happening at CBS since Barry
If
Weiss
y'all
took
want to
over.
direct the Nazi
One of those
hunters
being
to
the head of standards and
the guy with the
practices
green profile pic.
resign. You're also seeing more integration with
find out who he
Barry
is.
Weiss's outlet, the Free Press, on CBS's programming.
His name's
The publisher, the
Steve.
Free Press, said that there's going to be more integration
519.
with their site
Steve
and
NAI
CBS News.
519.
They certainly don't have the same standards that CBS
Steven
News
AI
has. You know, we're early
1519.
on, and yes, there are signs of great journalism still happening at CBS News. I would think it'd be easier to evaluate what CBS News looks like under Barry Weiss after her first year. Some of the
Joined
stuff
5
takes
years
time
ago,
to
has
check out.
7 subscribers.
Let's look a little bit at Hollywood and how these potential
Steve
mergers
NA
affect the film industry.
or Stephen AI
Hollywood
with a V.
union leaders have
Stephen
been
AI
speaking out against
1519.
both of these
Nazi in
mergers.
comments.
Variety called it a quote lose-lose situation for workers. You've said
I
that
like
the
that.
general consensus is that the
Running
Netflix
faster.
merger would be worse for Hollywood than a Paramount one, but both are ultimately just bad. Why?
The Netflix merger terrifies Hollywood.
What's wrong with
because
Warner
Netflix has
Brothers
been
if they need to
anti-movie
sell?
theater for so long. I mean, they have done damage to the movie theater business by streaming movies at home.
They haven't stopped me
will
from
Warner
going to the
Brothers
movies.
continue to put
I go to the
in
movies a
theaters
lot.
under a Netflix ownership. Netflix says, yes, we will continue to do that, but people view Netflix very skeptically in Hollywood. On the Paramount side, while Paramount is saying, yes, of course, we're better, we're going to put movies in theaters, they're also promising
Aren't they owned
some
by a
$6
Nazi
billion
now?
in synergy, which is translation for cut to the workforce likely.
Why do they have to use words like that? It's so frustrating.
You know, I agree, but they would say if Paramount buys
Here
Warner
comes some
Brothers,
lights.
there's duplicative jobs. So they're going to get rid of those jobs, which is going to lead to mass layoffs in Hollywood. I think outside even the Middle Eastern money, outside David Ellison catering Trump, just the economics of it scares Hollywood. And if you're an actor or an agent, you want more studios, not less. You want to be able to shop your deals and clients to as many people as possible to get the best price. When you have only
Yeah,
a
it's just
few
going to shake
studios in
people down
town,
to the
that
independents.
reduces competition, which
gonna backfire
favors
on
the
them.
studios, but it certainly doesn't
Just like
favor
firing
the
their
talent
anchors
and
will make
the
more Don
entire
Lemons.
infrastructure that supports Hollywood.
Yeah, Richard Brody, film critic.
It's like they don't realize what world we live
used
in
the
now.
word monopsony to
It's an
describe this
attention
dynamic
economy.
where you reduce the number of buyers, which in turn means much less competition
People
for
will
scripts
take
and IP, much less
Their
bargaining power
attenders,
for
their
workers.
attendees with them
The anti-competitive consequences
to YouTube,
kind of affect
to
all
TikTok.
sides
Well,
of the ledger.
until
And it
TikTok
affects
blocks them like
our
they did Don
culture, I
Lemon.
think. If
But
you
again, it's
have
TikTok's loss.
just a few
People will leave
handful
TikTok to
of
follow Don Lemon to
gatekeepers
YouTube.
that are in the pocket, let's say, of Donald Trump. That's
And everyone will
problematic.
hate them.
Thinking back to when The Apprentice, which was an Oscar contender, was released and they couldn't get distribution. You're seeing Amazon very much playing along with Donald Trump. You're seeing, obviously, Paramount playing along with Donald Trump.
Seize
Ted
their
Sarandos is at the White
companies,
House even.
arrest their executives.
The fact that these huge
Arrest
Hollywood
any
giants
executive
are
supporting Trump.
trying not to
Seize
offend
any
the federal
company
government, I think that's
supporting
not
Trump.
great for art. The best art is
Seize
provocative
them.
and challenges authority. And if you only have a few studios that you can do business with, it's really not great.
Paramount recently announced that it would distribute Rush Hour 4.
Might be a
after
break
Trump
in the
personally
reception here.
requested that the film come out. This was
Trump wants
The
to
only thing
resurrect
Trump
the
wants
series
feeling to
because
me
he's a fan.
is Rush Hour to me that I'm not
We don't know
actually
about what's
agreeing
gonna
with Trump on.
Why do you think has more
Arrest you
leverage?
Nazis. Sees you Nazis.
about a half a dozen, maybe more,
Sees you Nazis'
veterans and
houses.
executives. It seems
You
like a
joined
toss-up.
10 years ago. You have
What's
one
notable
subscriber.
here is that it's
And your
possible
picture
none
is
of these
Trump
deals actually
meeting,
ever
like,
get done because of all the regulatory
somebody.
hurdles
That's
that they're
gross.
going to have to clear. On the Netflix front, it's certain to face a great deal of scrutiny.
Oh, I
with
didn't
European
approve the
Union
comment
and with
until
state attorneys
after I said
generals,
something about it.
and also with the president. If CNN, I guess, is not part of this deal, and you've already heard if CNN, I guess, is not part of this deal, and you've already heard Republicans making noise
Stephen
about how
A.
this would be
1519.
monopolistic. Basically, you can't have the dominant streamer go and purchase one
We
of the
have
top
to be able
competitors
to.
like
No, you
this.
don't.
And
I'm
on the
cursing
Paramount
you.
front, you're seeing a
I'm
lot
cursing
of
you and
Democrats
your
raise
family and your
significant
friends.
concerns
And I'm
about
cursing Trump,
what's
Putin, and
happening there,
Netanyahu
with the
through
Mideast money
you,
that's involved,
son of
with
Cool,
David Ellison sucking up to
son
the
of
White
COUL.
House. And I think state
All
attorneys
capitals
generals
except
are also
the
going
of.
to view this very skeptically. I think the EU is still going to look at this.
10 years ago,
It's
one
possible
subscriber. Wow.
at the end of the day that none of these deals are able to actually
The power of the
clear
people. You don't have
necessary
any people on your
regulatory
side. You just have
hurdles
Trump
to make it
Putin-ears.
over the finish line.
Y'all are
In
not
that scenario, Netflix
Zionists.
probably benefits the most.
Y'all are
because
Zionists,
they get
zombies.
to, for a couple
You're
years,
brainwashed Trump
freeze some
Putin-ears.
of the
You're
main
traitors.
competitors from the space.
Oh, we were just listening to the news live.
Hats on.
At least they're going to end
How
it.
would you
Putting their
evaluate
media
the
critics hats
coverage
on.
of these two potential mergers?
I think it can be improved to stress.
You know how the
that
majority,
behavior
everyone
seen
hates
from
Trump.
Donald Trump
Every American
is
hates
the
Trump.
behavior of an aspiring autocrat. It's wildly abnormal. There should be a lot more coverage about David Ellison being a willing participant in this gambit to secure the business assets that he wants. Donald Trump has been given almost a permission slip by big tech and big media moguls because every time he's pushed them, they've caved. And that's true whether it's
Their
Facebook
companies should
rolling
be
back hate
seized.
speech
Those
and
moguls should be
misinformation
arrested.
protections, Tim Cook going to the White House and presenting Donald Trump a fake award
Arrest
made out of
him.
gold, Google and YouTube
Take all his stuff.
platforming OAN, that far-right
Net and
conspiracy
YouTube,
channel.
fascist as
It's
fuck.
true in media where Disney and CBS have settled meritless lawsuits with the
Thanks,
president.
Carissa.
Every time he has pushed them, they have given him something that he wants.
DC
And so
Comics
it's
make mine
natural,
Marvel.
I guess, for someone who just wants power to continue to push
But I hear
the
what you're
envelope.
saying.
Someone
DC
needs to
Comics
say no to him.
matters.
And David
more.
Ellison, unfortunately, seems
But
to
make
be
mine
more of a
Marvel.
yes man, willing to do whatever it takes.
Of course he's more of a
even
yes
if it
man. He's a Trump
includes
Putineer.
sacrificing CNN to
They're
get
all
his
working for
business deal
Putin.
across the finish line. And I
Yeah,
think
all
that
Trump
deserves a
Putineers
lot
hate
more
America.
scrutiny.
Trump's obviously destroying
Oliver,
America
thanks so
for
much.
Putin. He
Thank
knocked
you.
down half our White
Oliver
House.
Darcy is a media reporter and lead author
Well, that was
of the
good.
newsletter
Thanks.
Status, which covers the news.
I'm gonna shut
media
down the live.
in Silicon Valley.
Get back inside. But thank you for being
Coming
here,
up,
especially you,
How the
Carissa.
fate of a gossip
good to
columnist
see
got
you.
under the skin of a guy who spent
Thanks for calling out
decades
these dumbass
defending
Trump
actual
Putineers.
journalists in actual peril.
This is on the
All
Media.
Americans hate Trump.
On the Media.
Only
is
Trump
supported
Putineers
by
love Trump, and you're all
Storybrand.
traitors,
Each week,
pedophiles,
Storybrand emails
and
a loved one
Nazis.
a question about
You're
their
Nazis for
life.
your concentration
After a
camps.
year, Storybrand will publish
You're pedophiles for supporting the pedophile Trump and his sex trafficking rings, and he's about to try to start kidnapping babies. He's going to take the citizenship away from babies. Why? So he can kidnap them. The Supreme Court's going to help him take the citizenship away from babies so he can kidnap them. He's also canceling our laws against AI deepfakes of child porn so he can make AI deepfakes of child porn. That's what he is. That's what you guys are. And you're traitors. You're Nazis, you're pedophiles, and you're traitors. And I'm going to curse you, and I'm going to curse your family and friends. I'm cursing Trump and Putin Netanyahu through you if you're a Trump Putineer. So you came to the wrong live. You should not have drawn attention to yourself. You should have scrolled on today. Yeah, I hate Trump Putineers. I curse them. I take the opportunity, since Net and YouTube chooses to put so many fascist, troll, Nazis, and pedophiles in my comments, I choose this opportunity to curse them. So I'm cursing all Trump Putineers. He shuts down the live every time I get on because he knows he is fucked when I send the shit to his employer. You don't even know who my employer is. Put my employer in chat, you dumbass. Joined 7 years ago, no subscribers. Guy won't have a job or clients by the end of December. This is what he says. Bro seriously plays with child toys and talks about his genitals. Just said he goes to kids movies. He just got a sick pedo. No, you're the pedos. You're the ones who support Trump. Been working on finding his first and last name. You've been working on it? You've been working on finding that, you dumb fuck? Guy won't have a job or clients by the end of December. He has one of the most likely lives in his car or door dashes for a living. Bro, hopefully you don't have a job, because guess who's going to be sending your shit to your clients and employers tomorrow? Modern day word definition Nazi, someone who disagrees with the liberal racist, someone who disagrees with the liberal fascist, someone who disagrees with the liberal misogynist, someone who disagrees with the liberal. Maybe stop disagreeing with liberals, you Nazi piece of shit. You go ahead and screenshot all your comments for the Nazi hunters. And, you know, be careful where you speak up, because the Nazi hunters will be hunting you, you Nazi traitor piece of shit. Alright, I'm shutting it down. See y'all later. Have fun.
Protection Initiative at the
Oh,
Craig Newmark
they're
Graduate
protecting
School of
journalists.
Journalism.
That's good.
So, in other words, a serious guy.
So you guys don't know shit. You're so stupid. I'm cursing you, by the way. What was your name again?
In fact, I pretty safely
Min B, MEN B, 1 2 3. I'm cursing you. I'm cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. I'm cursing Nick Fuentes and Widow Kirk through you. I'm cursing all your families and friends, but I'm cursing you. I'm cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. I'm cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. Look what happened to Russia. Russia got their asses kicked the last couple of days because I keep getting all you dumbass Trumpers in here. I keep getting to curse Putin through you. It's fun. Fuck you. Never come back. Go find a bus. Go catch a bus with your face. Fuck off. All Americans, all humans hate all Trump Putineers. And I cursed you. So you stuck around the wrong time, you dipshit. Trump Putineer, Nazi pedophile, traitor fucks.
Has now become, according to you,
Perez Hilton. Perez Hilton?
Edge case in the legal protections afforded to journalists.
Perez Hilton.
Hello, everybody. It is
Yeah,
Perez, the
Perez.
queen of all media, the original influence.
I don't know if I can play that.
I have
Is he?
been sent by Blake Lively.
I should have. Oh my gosh, Blake Lively's not the person you want to be riding with.
Harassment and a hostile work environment on the set of It Ends With Us, the film directed by Justin Baldoni that she co-starred in. And that when she raised
But isn't your husband a pedophile? Like, we all saw the pedophile fantasy he put forth in If.
After she came out and attempted to sue Justin Baldoni for this, he responded in kind.
Yeah.
Claiming,
Are you a
in fact,
traitor?
she
You want to
was
be
throwing at
cursed?
him trumped up legal charges, and around and around and around this spun
Thank you.
for a very long time. What is
How did you
Lively's
know?
team after exactly?
She alleges that this smear
I'm assuming that's a compliment when you say I'm definitely gay. Definitely gay.
Presumably, that Perez
Who needs to be definite about it?
They wanted to see Hilton's notes and other documents. It was a bit of a fishing expedition because they didn't seem to
Okay, I
have
haven't heard about this.
evidence, at least that I saw it.
I guess I have heard about it. It's just
At
months
first,
old.
he told
That's
you
right.
was on Blake Lively's side, but then he switched to Team Baldoni.
Who do you know that served? I'm about to serve you a fucking curse, you traitorous piece of shit. You betrayed America, Jesus, and humanity for Trump.
He had the goods, and I changed my mind, and I'm allowed to do that.
What did his coverage look like? Because Blake
Okay, sorry, I
Lively's
can't hear this
team
anymore.
pointed to Hilton's commentary as evidence that he was either being paid for it or
I'm
was
almost curious.
entangled
Isn't he a
with
professional
Baldoni in a
journalist?
deeper
Doesn't he
way.
get paid?
What kinds of things would he
Oh,
say
paid to
about
do a hit
Blake Lively?
job.
It's voluminous. There's so many posts and YouTube videos. And what I would say is it had a lot of attitude. It was very critical. Just to give an example, he would consistently refer to her as Subpoena Serena. After he was subpoenaed, there were a lot of people subpoenaed.
That's
as
funny,
part of the
though.
legal effort.
Serena
I enjoy
was the
Gossip
character
Girl,
that
but
Blake Lively played in Gossip Girl, arguably. her
Subpoena
most
Serena's
iconic role.
hilarious.
Just as a taste, here's a video from last May.
Shameless and
It's almost like Charlie
sham-tastic
Kirkland
Blake Lively
from
first
Snake Eyes.
started dating
It's almost like it was
Ryan Reynolds
meant to
in
be.
2011. Stanky Blanky and Dick
Stop shooting
Cole
yourselves,
got
MAGA.
married in 2012, and ever since then, she has been very ambitious.
Stop shooting yourselves,
Nothing wrong
MAGA.
with that. I respect a
Those
hustler,
ambitions are wrong.
But the shampoo company owner, see what I did there, has been trying to portray an image.
Stop
of who
shooting
she
yourselves,
is
MAGA.
that
Automatic
does not
citizenship for everyone
align
ICE contacts.
with the reality.
Life in prison
addition
for
to
all
the
ICE and all their
claims,
enablers. It
was
means
there
probably
at least
most
some
of you.
journalistic aspect to this?
Absolutely. He was getting alerts every time there was a legal filing. and he was going through those.
No, not
filings.
projecting pedo. You're
It's sort of a
projecting
niche
pedo. You're a
audience that was
pedo because you
following
support
that
Trump.
every single
Like, that's locked in.
development. But he was
We know
often
you're a
the first to
pedophile.
get that information out there. He relied on the legal filings and then, a kind of network of sources who he didn't disclose to me, but definitely there was new information. Absolutely.
Okay, so let's return to the kind of legal jeopardy of
You
all
got some
this.
Russian
How
comments.
exactly
Y'all
did
are
she
also
go about
Russian and Nazi.
pursuing
It's
Hilton,
ridiculous.
and what did her legal team accuse him of doing?
They're not pursuing Hilton, they're pursuing Justin Baldoni. And they claim that Hilton had information relevant to that legal
Okay,
action.
caught all these Nazis and
Hilton, as
pedophiles
you
and Trump
noted in the
boutonnieres.
piece,
You
has
don't support neither.
libel
Okay, good.
insurance,
That's
but
good
he
for you to
wasn't
not
being
support them.
sued
Then you don't
for
get
libel. He
cursed.
was being
Your family and friends don't
subpoenaed
get
to have
cursed.
his reporting
But the rest of the
materials
Trump boutonnieres in comments,
potentially enter
I'm
into
cursing Trump and
evidence
Putin and Netanyahu
and
through
to
you.
maybe testify in court, so his insurance wasn't all that helpful. He ultimately couldn't pay the legal fees to defend against the subpoena, so what did he do?
He did two things.
I don't have
that
any charges.
lawyers will
You're
always,
such a
always,
Nazi.
always
You're such a
advise
bootlicking
people
Nazi.
not to do, which was one, he represented himself pro se, in other words, without a lawyer. And two, he had to
Y'all are
pay
so
legal briefs,
triggered.
so he just
It's hilarious.
relied on
Hi.
ChatGPT to draft those legal briefs.
Sorry for all the
So,
triggered Trump boutonnieres
how
in
did that
comments.
go?
I'm about to shut it down, but
Well,
subscribe,
when he first did
like
it,
my
told
content,
me
comment
that
on my
his
on my
original
content, and
filing had a
we'll
bunch
stay in
of
touch.
false citations in it.
It just hallucinated fake case law.
I'm only
It's
cursing
got
Trump
illegal
boutonnieres families.
hallucinations. So that was pretty embarrassing. That
See,
got
this
called
person
out.
says Putin is awesome,
Is
so
there
they get
not
cursed.
a kind of legal landscape
Kevin
that you're
James
supposed to
1,
protect
I'm cursing
journalists
you, I'm
from
cursing
getting
your
sucked into
family, I'm cursing
lawsuits
your
like
friends,
this?
I'm cursing Trump
Well,
and
yes
Putin
and
and Netanyahu
no.
through you.
It really
You
goes
joined 5
back
years ago.
to
You have
events from
7
half a
subscribers.
century
Kevin
ago,
Jones,
beginning
Kevin
in
underscore Jones
1968,
1.
when Earl
That's
Caldwell,
for the Nazi
a
hunters.
journalist for the New York Times, was covering the Black Panthers in San Francisco. He
Well, this got
received a
interesting.
federal subpoena for grand jury testimony and said that if I testify about my contacts with the Black Panthers, they're never going to talk to me again. So my reporting will be undermined and the First Amendment will be threatened. And at the time, news organizations routinely complied with these sorts of subpoenas. The New
You'll
York
find out the
Times
cursing's
decided
real.
to contest the
Didn't you try to
subpoena.
say you didn't support
Eventually,
Trump?
that Caldwell case was merged with another case, Paul Brandsburg, a reporter from
You seem close
Ohio,
enough.
and the
You
case
got to be
ended up
careful
before the
how
Supreme
you come
Court
across.
in 1972.
The Supreme Court didn't ultimately side on Brandsburg and Caldwell's side, right?
Correct. They actually lost the case.
This
They
is a
didn't
place where
assert that
Nazi hunters will
journalists
hunt down the people in
never
comments who
have
support
to
Trump.
comply with a subpoena, but
So
they
now that you know,
created a
you might
test
not
that
want to
they felt
comment.
would
You might want to
balance
scroll
the
away.
public interest
Dumb
in having
shits.
the testimony with the
I'm
First
super
Amendment
happy.
protections for press freedom.
You're not
They
going to
said
be,
the
though.
journalists
Your
should only
dumbass
have
got
to
cursed
testify
supporting Trump
if they had
tangentially.
information that was relevant,
Hopefully that'll lessen the curse for you a
material,
little
and
bit.
could not be obtained elsewhere.
Dumb shit.
They lost the case 5-4, but in the dissent, the 4 dissenting justices kind of embraced that notion that there should be a balancing test.
Cursing Trump and
And that
Putin and
balancing
Netanyahu
test was
through
later
all of you Trump
incorporated
boutonnieres.
into state shield laws and also into guidelines that was used by the Justice
Calling the
Department
feds for sure.
in
I'm cursing the
evaluating whether
feds
or
through
not
you
to
too. I'm cursing the
subpoena
Timu,
journalists. So
KGB,
journalists have
FBI
some
through
legal
you.
protections
I'm
in
cursing
law,
the CIA,
but
the
these
DCIA
protections vary
shooter
tremendously
through
from
you.
state to state because these are state shield laws. So in some states,
MAGA, stop shooting
journalists have
yourselves.
what's
The
called
Misser,
absolute
Charlie
protection. They
Kirk
never
shooter,
need to
Groiper,
testify.
Fall Guys,
And in other
and the
states, they have
DCIA shooter.
qualified
Stop shooting yourselves,
protections, so
MAGA, you
they
dumb
might have to
shits.
testify if their source is not
I'm not a
confidential.
dangerous
And
to
there's so
society.
many
You're the dangerous to
definitions of
society,
who's a
protecting Trump,
journalist and who is
putting
not a
National
journalist.
Gardeners out there to
In
get
some
shot,
states,
and then
it
triggering
has to
CIA
do
agents to
with
shoot them.
what kind of journalism
You're the
they do and
terrorists.
whether they have an institutional
You're the traitors.
affiliation. So depending on where you live and the kind
And we
of
caught
journalism
you.
do,
We
you
caught
may
a
or may
number of
not
you.
have shield law protections.
Did we get your
Bryce
information
Hector
for the
lives
Nazi
in
hunters?
Nevada, where he was served.
Channel activity.
Nevada has really robust shield law protections.
Benjira?
Blake Lively's team,
Benji?
meanwhile, filed a
Bengina?
lawsuit in New York.
I can't read it. Joined 12 years ago, 1 subscriber. BENGIRA.
The legal
Something like that.
battle in Nevada was about whose law should apply. Hilton felt that if the Nevada law was applied,
Kevin,
he
do you
would
deserve
not
your
have
curse to be
testify.
removed? Let me take a
That's
look.
what he was asserting.
Are you
but
anti-Trump?
actually, he lost that argument. The judge
Okay,
ruled
sure.
that New York
Yeah, dude, you don't seem...
state law
I didn't curse
was
you, dude.
applicable.
Kevin James?
So
Wait,
at the
you
end
must
of
have
July,
retracted a
when the judge
comment,
made
huh?
this ruling,
You
Hilton
said something to
assumed
get my
that he was
attention,
going
didn't
to have
you?
to comply with the subpoena.
Let's take a
This
look
is
at your
where
further
the
comments.
American Civil Liberties Union steps in.
Oh, you said
Why
Putin is
did
awesome,
the
dude. Yeah, no,
ACLU
sorry, you're fucked.
elect
You said
to
MAGA number 1.
represent
Sorry, dude, you're
Perez
fucked.
Hilton pro bono?
You shouldn't have said it.
Fan
You're gonna learn a
came
fucking
to the
lesson,
hearing, and
dipshit.
afterwards she
I'm
went to
shutting it
Hilton
down.
and said,
Good job asking for
"Hey, I
forgiveness,
don't
though.
think the
Maybe you won't
ACLU,
learn as
maybe
much of a
they would
lesson
take
as
up
the
this case."
other Klansmen in the
Hilton
comments.
had a meeting
Never
with
speak,
Kristen
never
Patterson,
support
who's
Trump or
the legal
Putin again.
director at the
That'll
ACLU
help
of
reverse the
Nevada.
curse.
His point was that
That's
the
it.
ACLU
You got to
generally
stop
sues
supporting Trump and
governments
Putin
doesn't even
to
get
reverse the
involved in
curse.
civil cases.
Okay,
this
so
was
speak out against
already a
people making
departure.
concentration camps.
But what
Speak out
the
against people making
ACLU
sex trafficking
was
rings.
concerned
Speak out
about
against Trump
was
trying to kidnap a
that
bunch of babies by
the
taking their
government is
citizenship.
basically asserting in
Trump is
all
about to try to
sorts of
kidnap a bunch of babies,
that people who
and the
are
Supreme
engaged
Court's
in
going to let
youth
him because
gathering
he's going
are
to take
not
away their
journalists,
citizenship.
and they're
Speak
not
out
entitled
against that,
to any
and
sort
that'll
of
end the
legal
curse.
protections. And
Thank
that
you. You're
if they
welcome.
could make the case with Hilton, broaden the definition of who's a journalist and who is entitled to these protections and these rights, then they could actually defend the